Waking up early is a part of every single rich person's morning routine. It's always talked about as a key pillar to long-term success, productivity, and motivation. So my question is, why doesn't everyone just do it then? It's because it's hard, and that makes people give up. But that's why I'm making this video to share with you all of the essential habits, mindset shifts, and hacks for you to easily become a morning person. As always, here are the video chapters. Don't forget, I am writing a book, you guys, and it is going to be published in stores this summer, but right now you can pre-order it on Amazon. It's available worldwide. Pre-ordering a book really helps support the book and get the word out there. So I'd love if you guys could check it out using the description below. You can also find all of my other socials in the description, along with my podcast and my second YouTube channel, where you can actually see my morning routine for yourself and how I like to spend the most productive and successful version of my mornings. Chapter number 1, all of the habits you need to start the night before you try to wake up early. So for me personally, I start with setting my alarm clock away from my bed. I have an ensuite, so I actually keep the alarm clock in the bathroom. That way I have to get out of bed to turn it off, and when I do, I'm already in the bathroom, so it's easier to just start brushing my teeth and getting ready for the day. I also used to use this app called Sleep Cycle, which I recommended in my apps video. The purpose of this app is to basically wake you up in a 30-minute window, and it uses its microphone to assess what level of sleep you're in, whether you're in a REM cycle, deep sleep, or if you're in a lighter stage of sleep. And in that 30-minute window, it will wake you up in your lighter stage of sleep, so when you wake up, you won't be groggy or tired. In fact, you'll have more energy for the day, which I thought was really, really useful. But nowadays, I actually keep my phone away from my bedroom completely. This means in the morning, I won't be staying in bed all day because I have nothing to scroll on. It makes me get out of bed much faster, and I fall asleep faster because now I'm reading to put myself to sleep. Then we also have our nighttime prep steps. This is so essential, and the purpose of this is to reduce all of the resistance and friction in your morning. So the way that I implement this is I will lay out my gym clothes the day before. I will lay out my makeup the night before, the outfit I'm gonna wear the next day, anything to make my life easier. You know, I'll wash my hair the night before rather than in the morning. And the purpose of this is when you wake up and it's early and you're tired and all you are thinking about is going back to sleep, when you wake up, you have a shorter to-do list because you took care of it the night before, meaning you're not dreading a bunch of energy that you need to muster up in order to get through all of these tasks in the day. Another important step here is to meal prep your breakfast and make sure that your breakfast is exciting and tasty. I can't tell you how many times this has made sure that I've gotten up earlier. I went through a phase where I'd always have protein pancakes for breakfast, or I'd make a smoothie bowl. Right now I'm actually trying out a blueberry baked oats recipe, and it makes me so excited for the morning. And because you've also taken care of all of your chores the night before, when you wake up, there's no, oh, there's so much to be done first thing in the morning. Instead, you get to jump into the enjoyment part of your day much faster. Step number 3, when you're setting your alarm, you are not allowed to snooze in the morning, and you are not allowed to set multiple alarms, because honestly, what the when you set multiple alarms right before you go to sleep, you are basically announcing to yourself that you don't even trust yourself, and that's an ick. You haven't even gone to sleep yet, and you are already preparing yourself for failure. Because if you wake up in the morning and you know you have another chance to wake up because there are going to be multiple alarms there, of course you're going to take those chances. But here's the thing, even though you are taking the snoozing option because you think it's going to energize you for the day, you're going to get more sleep than you would have otherwise, what actually happens is you are left more sleepy because you are starting and ending the sleep cycle over and over and over again with every multiple alarm and every snooze cycle, meaning you're actually going to be much groggier and much sleepier for the rest of the day. You're playing yourself. The next step is your falling asleep mindset. Think about it this way. If you are going to sleep super late and you know you have to wake up super early in the morning and you're only going to get like 4 or 5 hours of sleep, but you have something exciting in the morning, you're seeing your friends, you're going to a theme park, or you're going on holiday, when it's time to wake up, even though you are sleep deprived, you leap out of bed. You are so excited, you have all of the energy in the world, and you go out and you get on with your day. You don't snooze because you're excited, right? So what's the science behind that then? Because you didn't get enough sleep, you went to bed late, and you woke up early, even though you normally can never do those things, but on this day you did. The answer is, it's all in your perspective. This is a real thing. I actually read it in a book so long ago, and there is a science behind it, which I don't remember, but I have tried this myself and it 100% works. Basically, what you feel and what you think about when you're falling asleep is exactly what you're gonna feel and think about the second that you wake up. So if you fall asleep and instead of counting the hours of how much sleep you're gonna get, dreading the morning ahead and the work you have to do, thinking about how tired you're gonna be in the morning, instead you shift your mindset to, I am so excited to get up in the morning, I'm gonna have an amazing morning routine, I can't wait to eat my breakfast. It's gonna be so easy getting out of bed. I'm so grateful for whatever I get to do tomorrow. You are gonna wake up with that same energy. Everything you think and everything you feel in life manifests itself in your reality. And the same goes for your morning routine. So whenever I go to sleep and as soon as I wake up, I tell myself I am grateful for a new day. I act like I have a vacation to go on every single day. Otherwise, I'm gonna wake up in a bad mood. This leads me on to the next step, which is your happiness rituals. Now, this is going to be completely personal to you, but the key here is to pack out your morning with things that just fill you with joy and get you excited for the day ahead. Because here's the thing, I'm not telling you to wake up an hour earlier, 2 hours earlier, just to work for longer. If that's what you want to do, then cool. But instead, fill it out with me time, quality time, actually prioritizing creating happiness in your day before you have to go to work, school, or do all of your daily responsibilities. Your morning happiness ritual is your reward. It's your dopamine hit for achieving the hard thing, okay? Waking up earlier was the hard thing, you've done it, and now you get some enjoyment. So for me, around last year, it used to be, I would wake up, I would make an iced matcha latte, and then I would sit in my grandparents' garden for 45 minutes and just have that time completely to myself. I would listen to the birds, I would watch the sun, and every single day I would leap out of bed so excited just to do that. Your morning happiness ritual could be watching an episode of your favorite show, it could be reading a book, it could be going on a walk, grabbing a pastry and a coffee. It's about creating excitement in your morning, and this is why waking up early is so important in the first place, because if you stay in this routine of waking up at the last second before you have to start getting ready to go to work or school, you are living your entire life in a rush. Where's the intentional happiness? Where's the me time? Where's living your life on your own terms? And this is why so many people fall into the trap in life of thinking, I'm not going to be happy until I get this, do this, be this, have this amount of money. False. Happiness can't be found, it's created. And the easiest way you can do that is by waking up a little bit earlier to create that intentional happiness in the morning, because then guess what? You're starting your day on a high. It's easier to get out of bed because you're doing one of your favorite things. And then that happiness, that dopamine hit that you are literally giving to yourself first thing in the morning lasts all throughout the day, because you didn't wake up, rush to go to a place you didn't like. You took that time for yourself, and your entire day is going to match that tone and that energy that you started with as a result. This also links into purpose. This is the driving force behind why a lot of people voluntarily decide to do really hard things. If you want to wake up early, you need to have your why behind it. And the why can't be because I should do it, because it's the healthy thing, you know, it's a new year, I'm supposed to wake up earlier. Doesn't sound very motivating at all. Telling yourself you have to do something and then just expecting it to be done is stupid. Of course you're gonna fail because it's hard. Figuring out why the hard habit is going to benefit your life and why it's a non-negotiable is where the motivation comes into play. For example, I'm gonna get the highest grade in my class and get into my dream university if I just wake up earlier to have a more productive day. If I start my meditation and manifestation rituals in the morning, I'll end up making more money in my business. I can have some quality, peaceful me time without all of the noise of the world in the morning, meaning I'll be happier. The next step is to maintain a fixed sleep and wake up time. This is so important because it helps regulate your body's sleep-wake cycle. It makes falling asleep at night a hell of a lot easier because your body can predict when you're going to sleep because you've been maintaining that routine, and it makes waking up in the morning a lot easier too. This leads me onto hacks that help you fall asleep easier and faster. So for this, taking a magnesium supplement does wonders for getting you to be really sleepy. I normally take this after dinner. I also mentioned the Beam hot chocolate a few videos back. I still use it because it's so tasty, it's low sugar, it has magnesium and L-theanine and a bunch of other ingredients which help you fall into a deeper sleep and wake up less groggy in the morning. So that's really useful. I'll try and link it below in the description. Creating the right environment in your bedroom is so important. So my bedroom is strictly a no screen zone. I won't bring my laptop in there, I don't have a TV in there, I won't bring my phone in there. I used to have this really bad habit where I used to have my laptop in my bed and I'd work in bed all day, and it's so bad. I remember someone saying a long time ago that if you work in your bedroom or do these things in your bed, your brain doesn't know when to switch off when you're in bed, and so you need to create different environments for all of your activities, so the second you get into bed, your brain associates that with sleep and switching off, so then you can fall into a faster, deeper sleep. And honestly, it's true. You can search on YouTube breathwork meditations. I've heard that that works wonders for people in sending them to sleep in like 2 minutes. And then my last tip to help you fall asleep faster is to use sound to your advantage. Now, a lot of people have like expensive sound machines, or they'll listen to different music to help them go to sleep, and I have found the perfect tool to help you to do this, and it's Audible's feature Sleep Sounds. Chapter 2, early riser hacks and your morning routine. Just a quick note before we start this is not about you having to wake up at 4 or 5 a.m. because that's what other people do and that's what works for them. You need to figure out what works for you. Honestly, just waking up 1 hour earlier than you normally do is good enough. Even maintaining a consistent sleep schedule where you wake up at 7, 8 a.m., especially still on weekends, so you're doing it every single single day can give you so much more time throughout your life to focus on yourself, focus on your goals, really get through all of those New Year's resolutions. I hope you haven't forgotten about them already, so that you can avoid rotting away in bed all day, waking up at 11 a.m. just because it's a weekend, because that is not the vibe. For me personally, I actually wake up at 5/6 a.m. all throughout spring and summer, and then autumn and winter, I wake up at 7 a.m. So the first thing in my morning, which really helps me wake up earlier, is I actually go to sleep with the curtains open. This is especially useful in the winter time because the sun rises later anyway, so it kind of aligns with when I want to naturally wake up. There's actually a science behind this, that even though your eyes are closed, the optic nerves behind your eyes can actually sense the daylight as the sun is rising, and it will help you just gradually and naturally wake up better, rather than if you're just suddenly awoken out of a really deep sleep because your room is so dark. The second step is something that absolutely changed my life. I learned about this when I was 17, and I used to be the biggest night owl. There was nothing I hated more in this life than the morning, and now I am someone who wakes up, goes to the gym straight away, and like achieves loads of things in the morning. And this is something called the Life Savers routine, and I learned this from a book called Miracle Morning. It's linked on my Amazon, which is in the description. I highly recommend you guys read this book. I will never stop raving about it because it truly did completely change the person I am and my perspective of the mornings. And because I achieved so much in the morning, I am now a much better, productive, more successful person as a result. So the purpose of the Life Savers routine is to give you 6 essential habits that you should be carrying out in the morning to make sure that you're setting yourself up for a day of success. Silence, affirmations, visualization, exercise, reading, and scribing. And these should be completed in order. Silence is really important. So many successful people talk about how meditation is such an important part of their morning routine. If you guys have been watching me for a while, you know how important manifestation is to me, and meditation goes hand in hand with it. And I know a lot of people are intimidated by meditation. I have a full video guide on my channel, by the way, on how you can master it, but it's not that hard. It's not about emptying your mind and having zero thoughts. It's about establishing detachment to those thoughts. You let them come in and out of your head, but you don't attach to them and then start snowballing and thinking about them and stressing about things. Really, just close your eyes, sit in silence, use a guided meditation if you have to on literally any app or platform, and it will do wonders for your clarity and focus for the day, as well as raising your vibration, so then you are better at attracting all of the things you want into your life, therefore becoming a powerful manifester. Then we have affirmations, which is so important. It's such a key pillar of self-love. If you are telling yourself encouraging things, even though you don't necessarily believe it, you can start shifting your self-talk to hopefully start building your self-worth and your self-love. Now, I know this can feel a little bit awkward, and this is why I have actually built a affirmations playlist on my Spotify, also linked below in the description. I listen to this first thing every single morning. I also dance while I'm listening to it. Dancing helps raise your vibration. It also helps release dopamine, so you're setting yourself up for the best day ahead. And also, it just helps you live like a bad bitch, okay? You need to be that girl. What do you mean you're just waking up, dragging yourself out of bed, getting ready for work or school? That is so boring, okay? This is about living your best main character lifestyle. The next step is visualization. I use my vision board to do this all of the time. You can use your Pinterest, or you can simply just close your eyes, and I do this a lot. Play your dream life and self out like a movie in your head, because the more you can see that in more detail and more vividly, the more you will be able to attract that reality into your life and be able to manifest all of those goals. Because the issue that a lot of people do is thinking about their goals, but they're not really doing it because they don't think it's realistic, or trying to think too realistically and settling for less than they deserve because they cannot imagine themselves actually living out their wildest dreams. And the more that you make it a practice to see yourself in bigger rooms, achieving bigger things than you ever could have thought of, the more successful you are going to be. And the thing is, we all have very busy days and very busy lifestyles. We forget to do these things, and that's why this hour in the morning helps you carve out time to actually prioritize that. After this, the next step in the Savers routine is exercise. Exercise is so important to me. I personally hate it. I've always hated it. I'm never gonna be like, I'm an exercise gym girly. It's never gonna be me. I don't go to get a bigger butt or to get abs or to be more muscly. I go simply to move my body for my mental health, to be the best functioning human being I possibly can be, okay? Because it's sucks to say, but exercise makes you a happier person, okay? It fixes your mental health. And if you are not either getting outside, getting fresh air, or moving your body, even if it's going for a 20-minute walk, you are self-sabotaging. That's it. And then the last 2 steps to the Savers routine is reading and scribing. Reading is pretty self-explanatory. I like to do this, or I'll switch it out with a podcast or an audiobook, which I'll listen to while I'm doing my makeup in the morning to save time. We love it because really the essential step here is to fill your mind with positive ideas in the morning. But also, I always talk about how you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. These people are the books and the podcasts that you listen to. And if you are filling your mind with these motivational ideas with people that you want to become like, you are going to adopt that mindset throughout the day, and it will set you off on the best level level. And then the last step is scribing, which is journaling, you know, making sure that you're getting all of your thoughts out onto paper, process your thoughts, process your emotions so you're not bottling things up and you're not bringing baggage into a brand new day. I think another really good step in scribing is to make sure you're doing a gratitude journal, another great step in just being a happier individual and raising your vibration, reflecting on what you've achieved to bring up that self-love and self-worth, even if it's a small win, like I actually woke up early this morning. Yes! This links into my next hack for your morning routine, which is having alternating morning routines, because the truth is we do not wake up every single day with the same energy levels. And if you think you are and you only have one morning routine, once again, you are self-sabotaging, because there are going to be so many days where you wake up tired, grumpy, sad, low energy, stressed. You're not going to be able to do the morning routine, and then you're going to feel bad for the fact that you didn't do it. So what I do is I keep a list in my phone of ideal habits that I want to carry out in the morning, and I list out every single one. There must be like 10 that I want to do in the morning. On my best energy level days, I complete all 10. When I'm a little bit tired, I simplify it and I'm like, I only need to check off 3 of these, whichever that I am feeling to do today. So I'm not gonna go gym, but I am gonna go for a walk. And I'm not gonna read a book, but I am gonna listen to a podcast. Or on another day, I might just choose to make a matcha, meditate and read because I don't wanna leave the house at all. And it's about giving yourself that choice and honoring your needs, so you're still valuing your wellness and waking up early in your productivity, but not stressing yourself out, pushing yourself beyond your limit. Because what about when you're on your period and you can't go and do an hour workout and you don't wanna go outside because it's raining, but you change it to honor your self-esteem? Because the goal here truly is just to make sure that you're achieving. You don't have to achieve every single thing. You don't need to be working for an hour, but just to be able to say, I said I was gonna do something and I did it, and that's good enough. And I gave this all of the energy that I had today. And that's also what helps you build up resilience and discipline, because you are always doing something regardless of your energy levels. It's not about the amount that you do. The next step is to have an accountability partner if you are really struggling with waking up in the morning. So have a bestie, you know, if you're both like, we really wanna become like our best selves this year and achieve all of our goals, set yourselves a challenge of like, whoever texts good morning to each other first, then you know what time the other person woke up. And this adds embarrassment to the mix, because if your bestie texts you at 6 a.m. and you woke up late at 11 a.m., you're gonna be embarrassed and you're gonna make sure you don't make the same mistake the next day. I used to do this with my boyfriend when I really used to struggle, but nowadays it's actually with my vlog channel. When I wake up and I know I have to film a whole vlog, I'm not going back to sleep, because it would be so embarrassing starting a vlog at midday. And that's what helps me get up, because I am basically announcing to the world what my goals are. I know I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna post good morning on my Instagram story, and I'm kind of letting everybody know what my routine is and what time I'm waking up. Because when you keep your goals so personal and so quiet to you, it's a lot easier to quit and skip out on them because no one else is gonna find out. And then my last tip is, let's talk about the mindset of a morning person. Everyone always asks, how do you always wake up so early? But the truth is, you'd be waking up early too if you were enjoying life like the rest of us. If only you saw the beauty of getting to wake up earlier so that you can experience and live more life, especially with those first 2 hours completely on your own terms, because you love yourself, you respect yourself, and you want to set yourself up with the best chance, with the best mood possible for the rest of your day, because you care about yourself and your life that much. When you have a purpose or a New Year's resolution, a yearly goal, and a mission to become a better person or get a better job or get a promotion, you're gonna be waking up early, because you're gonna be fighting to achieve that goal no matter what. When you are floating through life, being there for everybody else, just getting through your bare minimum responsibilities like getting to school or work and making yourself 3 meals a day, what's really gonna motivate you to wake up earlier in the morning? Every single habit you decide to do on a daily basis is for the type of person that you want to become. So every single time you decide to wake up, even though you're tired, you are doing it for your future self, for you to level up into the highest, most ideal version of yourself. And every single time you don't, you are watching them slip further and further away as you choose comfort and your past life over where you could be and fulfilling your full potential. It's not about having the perfect life, the perfect friends, the perfect belongings, the amount of wealth, the perfect level of happiness and mental health where you would feel good enough and excited enough to wake up early. It's not about waiting for that day. It's about knowing all of that's gonna come regardless. So of course I'm gonna wake up earlier tomorrow, because all of that abundance and all of my dreams are already on its way to me. So you wake up with the excitement of knowing all of those things are gonna arrive, and knowing you are still going to be happy in the meantime, because all of the power of happiness is literally in your hands to create it. Because the best part of pursuing goals is the journey of the pursuit itself. It's trying something new. It's being 1% better than you were yesterday. It's outdoing the past version of yourself. It's proving all of your limiting beliefs wrong. That's the excitement of getting to live life every single day. And so of course you would want to wake up earlier so you had more time to do that. Waking up early every single day is an act that shows your assurance in your life and where you're headed. So why wouldn't you want to do that? Why wouldn't you want to give yourself that assurance? And that leads us onto the homework chapter. If you're new here, this is a chapter at the end of every single video that sums up the video and gives you actionable steps for you to implement today so that you didn't just waste your time watching this video just to forget all of the advice and make no changes in your life. Okay, we do things differently around here. Step number 1 is to do your nighttime prep. I want you to decide intentionally, what do you want to do in the morning? Do you want to go to the gym? Do you want to go on a walk? I want you to lay out those clothes. I want you to lay out your makeup if you're going to get glam. I want you to choose your outfit that you're going to wear the next day beforehand so you're not wasting time in the morning. Pick out the book you're going to read in the morning. Download the app that you're going to use for your meditation, etc. This is about reducing all of that resistance and friction in the morning to basically do your morning self a favor so that really you can just focus on your happiness rituals. And this leads me onto homework task number 2. Decide on your happiness rituals. Are you going to make yourself a coffee? You're going to go on a walk and get yourself matcha and flowers if you want. Are you going to read? Are you going to watch your favorite show? You need to have that plan in mind so when you wake up, you are ready to leap out of bed knowing you get to give yourself that reward. Homework task number 3, read Miracle Morning. It's on my Amazon, which is linked below in the description. I promise you, this is going to change your life. That links into homework task number 4. If you're not going to read the book, just get the Savers pick that I put earlier in the video and try the Lifesavers morning routine just once because you will feel the effects it has on your day and it will naturally become a habit after that. Homework task number 5, write out 3 different morning routines in your phone or using some sort of habit app or calendar depending on different energy levels you know you're gonna have. So your best day, your tired day, stressed out day, a busy day, a weekend, period. Choose any of those kind of days and plan a routine that honors your needs on those days so you're less stressed when you're waking up and you're not gonna beat yourself up for not achieving something, okay? We try to look after our self-esteem around here. The next homework task is to create a high vibe energy playlist to get up first thing in the morning, to help you do your affirmations, to dance around, to really value that dopamine. I already have one made on my Spotify, but you can make one for yourself based on your music taste. And the last homework task is to get so clear and so focused on what your goals are, on who you want to be in 6 months, in a year, next week, the kind of person that you want to be and what you want to have achieved, that it takes all of the stress and difficulty out of waking up. Because when you wake up early, you'll no longer be focused on the fact of, oh, I can't believe I have to wake up, I'm tired, I want to go back to sleep. But instead, you'll be so happy you're doing it because you are too focused on what you're getting out of it instead and how much further it's pushing you towards your goals. And that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it.